You're listening to an Airwave Media podcast.
Recorded in Chicago, Illinois, with your hosts, Ken, Matt, Neal, and Jeff. This is Triviality.
Hello and welcome to Triviality, the game where a lack of seriousness meets a little bit of knowledge. My name is Neal. I'm here with Ken and Jeff. How are you both?
Good day.
Good. It's nice to see you back.
Yeah, good morrow. Thank you for having me back.
You were.
I missed 3, and then Neal missed 3, and now we're all together. And now Matt's going to miss 3.
Matt will miss a few, yeah.
Yeah, Matt's not here. He's making sure all his pets are spayed and neutered, so good for him.
He's following the advice.
Yeah, of Bob Barker.
Of Robert Barker.
Robert Barker, yeah.
Who's apparently a bad man.
Oh, is that true?
That's what we're hearing now.
Is it? Oh.
Now that he's gone. All the skeletons are getting dug out.
All the skeletons are, yeah. And
That's an unfortunate time for everyone's skeletons to come out, you know.
What's the name of that game where the mountain climber climbs up?
Oh, cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger. Right? So every
yeah,
step.
because you get closer and you don't want to go over because you fall off the cliff.
Yeah, so we're just
That's
getting...
That's the first movie that was based on a Price is Right game.
That's right.
Cliffhanger,
yeah.
Man, Plinko was a wild ride.
And a crazy cameo by Robert Barker.
I see climbing dudes on Instagram like hanging from a bar and holding a weight in their other hand, doing the cliffhanger challenge,
just in case,
to see if they could hold a person's weight longer than Stallone. You know what I mean?
So the weight is how heavy is the weight?
I don't know. It's like the weight of a woman.
Oh, really? Oh, so like 100 pounds, basically 115.
Probably a little more than that.
Probably like 130, 140.
And just in one hand?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like Stallone in the beginning of Cliffhanger.
Or
he lets her die.
That's true. Or Ace Ventura When Nature Calls.
Right.
With the raccoon.
With a 10-pound raccoon.
Seems a little easier.
That's what I would do. I would do the raccoon. But speaking of climbing and cliffhanging, what's the thing called when someone does this? When you like hold someone?
I don't know what
when
you're
you
doing.
belay?
Belay? Is that, Yeah, we need a good belay. And we have 2 good belays here today, which is a great segue. And it all rhymes. Anyway, let's introduce our special guests here today, and we're super excited to have them. First is a guest, and coming from Canada, which is fun. We haven't had a Canadian guest on in a while. Alex Lewis, how are you?
Good morning. How's everybody going? How you doing?
Doing really well. Tell us a little bit about yourself. We're so excited to have you on the show.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. I'm from Toronto, Canada, originally from a really small town called Bobcaygeon, a few hours outside of the city. I work in technology, not very sexy, I guess you could say. I travel quite a bit. Last year I was in 19 countries.
Oh, wow.
Lived in Colombia, Argentina, Spain, Portugal, so kind of all over the place.
I mean, that sounds pretty exciting.
Yeah, how long were you living in each place?
Oh, kind of varied. I've spent over a year in Argentina, but it's usually like a few months in each place. I work remote, so kind of just pop around over the place wherever the cheapest beer is.
That's awesome. Well, what's the top right now if we had to go visit one? Where would we go?
Ooh, I love Buenos Aires. I think it's probably one of my favorite cities in the world. I was in Singapore last year, which also kind of stole my heart a bit. Seoul, South Korea was amazing too. But yeah, I mean, if I had to pick one, I'd say Seoul was probably my favorite from that trip.
Awesome. Well, yeah. Well, thank you so much for being here. You're going to play with us today. We're trying to figure out a team name, and we'll let you choose. We had 500 Days of Warcraft because we've been on an absolute tear over there, and then we have Tragically Unhip. If you want to explain that one.
Yeah, I think let's go with that one. Yeah, I mean, one of the Canadian iconic rock bands, Tragically Hip. I'm from the town. It's a song called Bobcaygeon's, named after the tiny little town I'm from. Maybe 2,000 people there, and everyone kind of knows everyone.
Well, hopefully we'll have that 2,000 extra listeners for this episode.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, Bobcaygeon.
The Bobcaygeon bump, if you will.
That's right. That's what it's called. Well, yeah, thank you for being here, Alex. We're going to play together. We're excited. We'll be the Tragically Unhip, but we need a host, and we're so excited to have our friend and Savage Superstar on Patreon and someone we always love having on the show, JP Adams, back. How are you, JP?
Doing great, Neal. How you all doing over there in Chicago?
Great. Doing awesome. It's always a pleasure to see your face and hear your voice. What have you been up to? And maybe for those folks that don't know you, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as explained, my name is JP Adams. I'm based here in Seattle, Washington. Do a lot of work in nerd and gaming spaces. Have been at a lot of conventions this year. So one of my newer hobbies has been getting into doing GMing for RPGs a lot more recently. Found a fantastic new system called Mothership. Think dark sci-fi settings that really puts people through meat grinders. It's a lot of fun and a lot of character death, which is a lot of fun to GM. But been doing that a lot. Also hosted trivia in a podcast for a bit. No, the podcast is still out there, not currently in production. But if you like pop culture trivia, I have good news for the first 10 questions of today's game.
All right.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, all your questions are always great. So we're so excited for that. Ken, what about the rules today?
There are no rules.
There are no rules. So we're just going to keep score. It's going to be a pub Triviality style, and just try to beat us at home. So there's a possible, what is it, Jeff?
250.
250. So we're trying to beat each other for 250. You at home, maybe it's you and a team, you by yourself, doesn't matter. But we're going to be tragically unhip with Alex, and we're excited to play.
All right, fantastic. Like I said in that introduction, we are starting stuff off with pop culture trivia. I'll give you the general realm that a question is coming from, and then a more specific topic that might include a little bit of a hint. We'll start off with political television. Servant of the People is a series that follows a high school teacher's rise from viral TikTok sensation to elected leader of their country. A far-fetched plot that an American audience would never buy. Who plays the lead in this series? The teacher turned president who would later go on to become involved in politics at the end of the show's run in 2019.
Do you guys know this one?
I don't actually.
Do you, Jeff?
I no.
Oh, really?
It feels like it would be an anime almost, though.
No, it's not. It's a European show.
Okay.
An Eastern European show.
Eastern
Oh,
European show.
now that I know what you're saying. Yes, okay. Alex,
It's a Ukrainian show.
Oh,
Ukrainian show.
does it star an actual president?
That's right. Alex, you picking up what I'm laying down?
Yeah, this is Zelensky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are surprised to learn that literally right before Vladimir Zelensky was elected president of Ukraine, he starred in a television series where he played an influencer turned president.
Right. So he had the experience. He's just,
someone wrote him the experience in that series for sure.
He's still just doing the Daniel Day-Lewis method acting thing.
Right.
He got in
He's still in
way
character.
too deep.
He was straight out of Eastern casting.
All right, let's move on to a theater question for question 2. And this is going to be wrestling with a theater degree. 1991's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze, featured a wrestler as a brief body performer of the Super Shredder at the end of the film who would go on to make a more magical use of his body in a later film series. What is the name of this performer? I'll take either their given name or stage name in the 90s for WWF.
Is this a magical Michael?
It is one of the magical Michaels.
Really, it is?
Yeah.
Must have been old.
Oh, very much older. Yeah. Alex, are you a fan of Magic Mike or wrestling?
Or Secret of the Ooze? Have you seen Secret of the Ooze?
Joe Manganiello had a
not
ooze
seen
in the second Magic Mike. Sorry, go ahead, Alex.
I have not seen this. I kind of got into WWE like in the Attitude Era, I guess, a little bit later.
Yeah.
So I think I might have missed this one.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it was the body for Super Shredder, or Shredder, I believe. So I think it was Kevin Nash.
Yeah, Alex, if you were around in the Attitude Era, Kevin Nash did make a comeback to the WWF/WWE after spending a decent amount of time under his not character name in the WCW. The actual stage name for WWF early in the 90s was Diesel. And yeah, y'all picked up on the magic hint there. Played Tarzan in the Magic Mike series, all 3 of them with a little bit more of a feature in XXL.
Was he like a retired? Like a retired?
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely the oldest. You could tell he was the oldest. He always like stood in the background. He
Was he,
didn't
like,
dance as
training them?
much. No, he was just like the older guard, like tall, big, muscular, but didn't dance as much
Okay.
as Channing Tatum. Kind of the quiet, silent, strong type, I suppose.
Which Neal dreams about.
That's right. Just being
Respect
really,
though, like
really tan.
he was grinding that whole career.
Yeah.
He was,
Especially towards the end.
and at a cheaper rate. He was Diesel.
I would love to say that I have a transition out of that. I don't, because this next question is a hard shift into religion with biblical jobs.
I mean, the abs sometimes. A lot of abs.
yeah,
in
I guess that's close enough.
Christianity.
Yeah. All right, for biblical jobs, Matthew, or Levi in some passages, held what profession before leaving to follow Christ? His previous work made him intimately familiar with something Christ upended toward the end of his ministry.
This is the 40 days, 40 nights ab workout. Sorry.
Neal wasn't here for my sacrilegious question on the last Patreon bonus.
That was
So
pretty tough. Pretty tough
they're
to
pretty
hear.
blasphemous.
Oh, no.
But,
Do you guys know
Alex,
anything about, Alex, do
how
you know
you
about
doing?
Levi?
This is, I'm going to be a miss on this one. I don't know too much about this.
was Levi the one who was a tax collector?
Oh,
That's what I was thinking is tax collector. So I remember two stories. One of them was a tax collector, one of the apostles, that is. And a couple of them were fishermen. That's when Jesus walked on the water, I believe.
Well,
I'm trying to think of Joseph in the
I
Temple
guess
Dream Code's not helping me, though.
Jesus could have upended the fisherman, right? Because didn't he like make a bunch of like fish and? Or was
he put him out of business
was
from
he a-
his fish duplication.
was he a water?
He inflated the fish market.
Was he a water bottler and Jesus turned it all into wine? Or
No, I think our first intuition of tax collector.
how did he upend the tax collecting? Was he a mortician? Jesus definitely upended that.
Well, Jesus was not happy with tax collectors, famously, and I believe when he threw the tables over in the temple, there was also some tax collectors in there. So, I think tax collecting is the best option that we have.
He pulled a Teresa from Real Housewives?
And the Beatles would agree. They also did not care for the tax man.
Okay. Yeah, you guys know better than I would. I'm with Alex on this one.
Gonna go with tax collecting. So I will say I had to rewrite this question because I found out, per what's in the Bible, what I initially wrote for this question was not accurate. I initially had the cluing to say his previous work made him familiar with something Christ upended towards the end of his ministry, because I did mentally in the back of my head from Bible school remember Jesus flipping over tables of money changing and just equated that with it also being tax collectors. They're actually two different jobs.
Money changers.
Yeah, money changers, not tax collectors. However, Matthew, as y'all have just guessed correctly, was a tax collector. So that is points for that answer.
So what's a money changer?
So it basically like people now they do like an
Loans?
exchange, and so like you would take
Like a currency exchange?
You take a percentage on the exchange because like obviously there were currencies everywhere, right? I mean a lot of early currencies started basically as like loans, right? They were banknotes saying like we'll agree to pay X amount at X rate, because people like money wasn't very liquid.
But the percentages they were taking was usury.
I believe some of it was usury. Yes.
Yeah, basically, like, when it comes to money changing, it's exactly what y'all were talking about. Like, literally, I have dollars and I need pounds, and you just move that money over, and literally people take percentages on the side for providing access to funds.
True.
Yep. Sometimes they'd bite a little bit extra off the coin. You know about that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's how they used to subdivide some money, Neal. They would just like bite
it?
a little bit of and you'd have a little bit of the piece of the coin.
That's why I always get a little bit of cocaine when I bite my dollar bills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's move from classic literature to popular literature with all in the details. With whom does the inhuman teenager Lunella Lafayette share a mental connection to due to her terragenation? Though Ms. Lafayette was introduced in 2015, her partner had existed for over 35 years earlier, with a nickname similar to the one Ms. Lafayette takes on.
Jeff, this seems like a you question for some reason.
Because he had really good diction and $2 words in there?
No, because it's about books and your wife reads a lot.
She does. But that I don't know if you know this, but books are not transmitted via osmosis. I haven't just like picked them up.
I know, but I'm just sure she talks about what she's reading. Anyway, I guess you don't know. Alex, do you know?
I'm hopeful this is not how the whole game's going to go, but I got nothing here.
So Luna Lafayette is somehow communicating with a character from probably...
Well, if it's 35 years before and we're talking 2015, that's 1980.
Right. So,
I mean, it also sounds Lafayette. Makes me think it might be taking place in like New Orleans or something. Maybe it's a Southern Gothic type thing.
Is this,
maybe Lestat?
as I was to say, is that Bonfire? Not Bonfire.
Interview with a Vampire.
Interview
type
with a
stuff?
Vampire. Did they do a 2015 like follow up? I feel like one of them got one of the vampire.
She did.
Oh,
Yeah,
she is writing. She is writing vampire stuff again.
yeah, Anne Rice, I think, is.
All right, I think Lestat is a great guess. Actually,
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right, locking in Lestat, and this is going to be the first miss of the game, everybody. You did get to the name of the character is a bit of a hint. However, it's Lunella trying to lead you to Lunar. That's actually the hint here. If you're not familiar with the Inhumans of the Marvel comic universe, this is going to be a bit of a harder get. We're actually talking about the character Devil Dinosaur.
okay.
Oh, good band name.
Yeah, great band name. Hold on to band name stuff. We'll get to that in counts 1, 2, 3 questions. But yeah, so Devil Dinosaur was actually an animated series that ran for 3 years on Disney Plus, ending in 2024. It's definitely a little bit of a deeper cut on Marvel pop culture, but also she is one of the few people of color in the Marvel universe, which was kind of a big shift to bring back this, like you figured out, 80s character of Devil Dinosaur who was paired with Moon Boy at the time. So they just shifted it over to Moon Girl, made her an Inhuman, and reintroduced the character.
I'll take your word for it.
That was
Then
you,
I'll look it up later.
that was you in high school, Moon Boy.
Moon Boy. That's what they called me.
Out the car window. Yeah.
You'll never guess
Because of my bouncy walk.
All right, let's get right out of the comic books and jump over to some scientific technobabble. April 5th, 2063 is the date the Star Trek universe has predicted for what momentous event for humankind. Though the term was originally the title of a 1945 novella by Murray Leinster, the estate unsuccessfully sued Paramount with regard to the term in 1997.
Alex?
Oh, I kind of have an idea
Oh, you
here.
do?
I want to hear what Alex thinks first, though.
So I'm not a huge Trekkie, but I think this is a pretty common trivia question. I think it's something to do with like aliens coming to Earth, or we go to another planet or something
So
like that.
contact with aliens for the first time,
It's something like that. Yeah, I don't know.
which some would call what, Neil?
A close encounter.
First contact,
Oh, is that what you're asking?
maybe?
Oh, First Contact? Yeah, could be that. Oh, yeah, I guess that's right, because there's a Star Trek. First Contact is one of the movies, yeah. I think.
I like that.
Yeah, do you like that, Alex?
Yeah, I think it's. I'm not sure the second part of the question, but I think it's got to be. That makes sense.
That's what we're going to say.
All right, and a little bit of movie knowledge helps with the confirm. First Contact is the term that we are talking about, and it is in the Star Trek universe, first contact with the Vulcans who noticed warp testing happening on Earth, and they zipped over to check out what was happening. And so aliens made contact in 2063.
Nice.
Well, with Alex helping out with that one, we got 40 points after 5, so doing great. 4 out of 5. Can't beat it.
You could if you had 5 out of 5.
You could. But for right now, we're going to say we can't beat it. Because we can't go back in time for First Contact to get that other question right.
Yeah, and also I'm expecting, like, normally my games are kind of rough for the first half, but I think in the pub Triviality style, it actually ends up playing a little easier because everyone has their own specific pop culture geeky niches that work well, and so it all just kind of is going to mesh together for a pretty strong score.
This is why we think this is so fun, yeah.
Yeah, because we know the next question is going to be all about Warcraft for Alex.
Unfortunately, I chose the gaming question to be from Board Gaming. This is going to be a before and after. Either the before or after will be a board game for your answer. But your board game before and after statement is the locationally named game from 2002 of generating corn, coffee, and tobacco inspires a 1990 single by Gerardo.
What was that? That game, do you know what I'm talking about? No? Is it Peru something?
I know there's a game called Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. So, okay. Okay, I think I know what it is. Alex, do you know what it is if the game is Puerto Rico?
No, I think you're right. I was trying to think of the name of it as well, but I'm pretty sure that's it.
Have you been to Puerto Rico and lived there?
I have, and my ex was Puerto Rican as well, so I mean I've gone through the trauma.
Have you ever heard a song called
Puerto Rico Suave?
Suave. Yeah, Puerto Rico Suave.
I love this.
Puerto Rico Suave is the correct answer here. Well done, guys.
Love it.
That was a JP question
Yeah.
if I've ever heard one.
JP, you're a little bit of a Rico Suave yourself, I think. A little suave. I like it.
I mean, if you see me at a con, you can confirm or deny in person. I'll be floating around for sure. All right, as promised, we're 3 questions later, so I guess we do need to talk a little bit about music. And this is going to be an album and band name. Before the September 2025 rock album release, what Google search, album, and band name might yield the following result? Redactions for dramatic effect. This band may create hazards on roads and traffic accidents in urban areas. When in the vicinity of airports, they are a significant threat to public health and safety. Thousands of cases have occurred in which they have been hit by military and commercial aircraft on takeoff, in the air, or upon landing. The most significant military aircraft disaster caused by these birds occurred at Elmendorf Air Force Base on September 22, 1995, when an aircraft struck several of them on takeoff and crashed, killing 24 people. Also of note was U.S. Airways Flight 1549 that was forced to land in the Hudson River after colliding with a flock as well. Reference courtesy of the Internet Center for Wildlife Damage Management.
All right. So this is a newish band and or album
What brought down Sully?
from a band named for a bird. Is that what we're getting at?
I think so.
Yeah. What do you got, Alex?
I'm not sure. Like, I know this purely being as a Canadian that like geese get hit by planes quite often, and it's actually like a big problem. If you're not familiar, Canada geese are extremely vicious. Also, like if you fought one, you're gonna win probably, but it's gonna get a few shots in.
So they live around here as well.
Yeah.
And I'm intimately familiar because I used to work at a zoo where they would just kind of hang out at because I guess the food was probably abundant. But seeing toddlers get bit by geese after they harass them is, kind of a private joy of mine.
So what
band named after that, or I don't know where I'm going with that.
Just Goose, or
I could think of.
I think it's got to be geese, right?
was it? A goose that Sully hit?
I think so.
I don't think it was a flock of seagulls.
No.
Maybe it's just Goose.
Wow. So we're looking to confirm. We're looking for the band name.
Looking for album name and band name.
Album name and band name. Okay.
I know there's a band called Silly Goose.
The fact that he's looking for an album name makes me think it's like much bigger
Very
than we're
popular.
thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a tough one. September 2025 too. It was just last year.
Well, I think Goose is the best that we're going to
Yeah.
be able to come up with, so we're just going to say Goose, unfortunately, JP.
Okay. Well, I'm going to introduce a new album to probably not only y'all, but also to a decent number of listeners as well. Alex did get you to the right band name. It is the plural we're looking for. It is Geese is the name of the band. Specifically, the search term, which was the name of the album, is Getting Killed. So the actual search term was Getting Killed by Geese.
Okay.
If you have not heard this album and you're into rock genre at all, it is well worth the listen. This, I was prepping for the Grammys and listening through all the best album and best new artist nominees, and someone was like, hey, this band didn't get nominated, but you should listen to this album. And all of a sudden my Grammys prep just got completely shattered and destroyed.
All right, check out Geese.
Yeah, shout
They're
out to Geese.
now on tour with Swans.
All right, let's jump off an album and jump into the world of sports for father and son. I'll give you information about a father and son's career, and then I'll have a follow-up question about them. So, for the father's career, it ran from 1973 to 1991, with championship wins in 75 and 76 with a big machine. For the Suns' career, it ran from 1989 to 2010 and was the namesake of Nike Air Maxes and an SNES game. Both of them played on the same team in 1990. Please name the two teams they both played as a part of.
All right, Alex, are you getting anything on this one?
I'm more of a I don't know. This is a few years before me, I guess. I'm not too sure on this one, honestly.
You're not a big bowler. It's not bowling.
I don't think it's bowling.
No, so I think
is there a little maybe home cooking going on here?
Yeah, I think so. I think this is one of my favorite baseball players. I think this is Ken Griffey Jr. and his dad.
Ken Griffey Sr.?
Ken Griffey Sr.
Ken Griffey Sr. The timeline works out, and I'm trying to remember. Griffey was most famously a Mariner, but then he also went to Cincinnati, where that might be where he played with his dad very shortly. But let me think. So if he would have probably played with his dad in the last year of his career, which would have been 91. Griffey, I think, was already on the Mariners at that point. He didn't go to the Reds until later. So could it just be the Mariners? I don't know. What do you think, Alex?
Yeah, that sounds. I mean, the Mariners for sure. I knew the junior. Kind of a tangent. I lost a trivia question last week to the Cincinnati Reds versus the Chicago Bears logo, and I actually had to challenge the host on it. Those are way too close.
They're very close, actually. Yeah, you're right. So you didn't get it right, though? It was the wrong logo?
Well, he wouldn't accept. I said the Bears, and he wouldn't accept it. I'm like, this is the same picture.
What do you guys think? Do you want to go the Griffies, and then...
I definitely think it's the Griffies.
Was one of them a Sox for a minute?
Yeah, Ken Griffey was on the Sox for like a year, maybe.
So we need the two teams that each one was part of, right?
So... Slight clarifying question, because I think we are getting a little bit in the weeds on what the actual ask is. While both players played as part of multiple teams, both players in question overlapped on two teams within the teams that they played on.
Oh, okay. Okay, at the same time, or they overlapped?
Same teams.
Same teams. All right, so Mariners...
Same teams, could have been at any time in their career.
Okay. Yeah, that's tough, because the dad retired at 91, so it would have been Griffey very early. All right. What teams do you want to go with then? Just Mariners and Reds, I guess?
Sounds like you know best.
I don't know if I do, but we'll go with it.
Mariners and Reds, and this is a double hometown question for me. I am Seattle-based now, and I am originally from Southern Ohio, so I had to throw a Cincinnati Reds reference in somewhere. So yes, this is the Seattle Mariners and the Cincinnati Reds as the overlap for, y'all stole all my flavor text. This is the Griffeys senior and junior.
Nice.
Well done, Neal.
Yeah, and apologies for the slightly confusing ask there.
Oh, that's fine.
Hey, we got there. That's all that matters.
Did. All right. Let's do a technology question in the category of you should get this. Which country's top-level domain got much higher use with an online video platform's launch in 2005?
2005?
Yeah, that'd be YouTube.
Was it like .tv or something?
Oh, yeah. That's what we're looking for. Or there was another...
Or what was the...
Which country?
What was the dot?
Yeah, there was another company that blew up before YouTube kind of overtook them. I think it was .tv.
Do you know? Whose country would kind of share a abbreviation with a URL?
Well, there's a few. So when podcasts became pretty popular, a lot of people adopted .fm, which is from the Federated States of Micronesia.
I think that might be it.
But .tv, I do feel like, is also a very popular one, and that is the URL for Tuvalu.
Do you want to go with that?
Based on YouTube in 2005. I mean, it's hard because I don't know when the first podcast came out, but...
Yeah. Alex, anything?
I think, yeah, I mean... I did not know that Tuvalu, but that's a wild tangent. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense as well, because Twitch would have been a few years later, but it started as TV as well.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go with that, the TV and Tuvalu.
Going with the TV in Tuvalu. Welcome to everyone's favorite wrong answer for this question.
Ooh.
A lot of people do think that YouTube's additional routing hack is .tv, but .tv is actually for pretty much anything television related when they're trying to do some sort of streaming hack. The actual domain hack that YouTube picked up, you did pick up on the right video service. It was YouTube, but their domain hack was not doing .tv. It was u2.be. So this is actually a question about Belgium instead.
Interesting.
Huh.
Yeah, surprisingly enough, depending on how you export links from YouTube's website, sometimes you will still get .be domain hacks out of them as well. So like this is still something that's in use. Doesn't make Belgium a lot of money, but it's still a thing that you'll see pop up in your URLs.
Not as much money as the waffles.
That's right.
No, not nearly as much. Dear God, drown me, Mr. Waffle. All right, final question of the Geek Pop Culture round, and as expected, I'm doing a musical theater question in here somewhere. Welcome to a question about a motley trio. Christoph, Weird Al Yankovic, and Tanya Singleton join forces to jump back through time in what Best Musical Revival winner at the 2024 Tony Awards, with a pro shot released to theaters in December 2025.
I know this one. You know this one, Alex?
I just watched this.
Oh, did you watch it? Oh, you got it too? Yeah.
No, I got nothing here. I've never seen this.
Yeah. You can take it.
Is this the Harry Potter and Agent Smith?
Yes.
Right, Jeff?
That's right.
Do you know what this is?
I don't know.
All right, so Harry Potter and new Agent Smith starred in Merrily We Roll Along.
Mm-hmm.
Sondheim,
yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely a Sondheim reference for one of my favorite musical composers of all time. Merrily started as a huge flop, and like starting in like the early 2010s, like there was a huge renewed interest in this show, and everyone like reevaluated that. Yeah, the book of this show was just awful, but gosh, is the music in this thing gorgeous. But yeah, we are talking about Merrily We Roll Along.
it's a pretty big bummer.
Yeah, it's not a happy ending really. Or I guess it starts at the beginning, but
if you look at the story of that musical and you like see what the ending is, yeah, gosh, that's a downer. But where the show actually ends is actually somewhat uplifting, which I think is why it got such mixed reviews on its original release.
Yeah. Well, since Matt's not here, how about the three of us engage in a little Merrily We Roll Along arc?
Go backwards, yeah.
Yeah.
I just saw Lindsay
This is the
Mendez
beginning.
in New York.
This is the beginning, and then in 10 years or so, we'll all hate each other.
Is it 10 years? Yeah.
No, it's probably a little more, but
I can't remember. Well, yeah, we have a good number where we can pretend we're on a typewriter, typing the air.
we're
But
adjusting
it'll be adjusting the things.
the
Yeah.
little knobs on our recorder.
Yeah. Oh wait, let me get the score here. I'm glad we got that one. All right, so the second half here, we got 3 out of 5. So not bad. Could have been better, right, Jeff?
No, it's the best we can do.
Yeah, it's the best we can do.
It was the best we could do.
That's right. But we got 7 out of 10 for the first round. So 70 out of 10, which is not a terrible grade. So hopefully
70 out of 10 is
Is it-
great.
70 out of 100.
Impeccable.
70 out of 100 is
It's
where
less
we're at,
good.
though.
we're at 70 out of 100.
It's a
So
low C.
is that a low C?
Yep.
Okay.
By most American grading systems, yeah.
All right.
C's get degrees. That's all you need.
That's right.
Before we move on to the next round, just want to say thank you to all of our patrons. Couldn't do the show without you. JP, you've been a patron forever. Thank you so much for supporting the show and letting us create just fun, goofy content every week over at patreon.com/Triviality Podcasts. But also just helping support the show and continually letting us get the equipment we need and the resources we need to bring out a show every week for free, no reruns, all that good stuff. And just kind of, pushing us into the grave sooner than we want to.
What?
Because we're giving all of our energy, and we love doing it because we're on a trajectory.
This is how we're spending our life force?
We're spending our life force, exactly. And unlike the movie, where none of us are naked the entire time, but for the Tobe Hooper movie, if you've seen it.
I have.
You have. So, yeah, we're not naked.
With you. You
I did bring it.
Clockwork Oranged my eyes.
I
to
did,
watch
yeah,
that one.
to watch that movie, yeah. But anyway, we're just here. Our life force is yours. Thank you for supporting us, and check us out at
That
Patreon.
is an interesting commercial.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll be back after these ads.
Do you find it hard to sleep at night? Then the Sleep Cove podcast can help you. Hi, I'm Christopher Fitton, the voice and clinical hypnotherapist behind Sleep Cove. Sleep Cove features sleep hypnosis, meditations, and bedtime stories, all designed to help those of you who struggle at night to achieve a restful and peaceful night's sleep. Search for Sleep Cove on Apple Podcasts or Spotify and see why Sleep Cove helps millions of people sleep deeply all night long.
And we're back. JP, take it away into round 2.
All right, let's jump into round 2. Question 21. Yeah, I'm not going to play games with y'all or deceive you before we jump back into this back half. This is a theme round with all the answers pointing towards a specific theme or topic. This is pub triviality, so what we're going to say is that if you can name the topic before the guys on the podcast today, you get 30 points added to your score. And you can actually guess the theme up to twice throughout the round. If no one's able to guess the theme by the end, you will have a final chance to guess the theme when we get to question 21 itself. If you get the theme correct at that point, you'll get 10 extra points.
Okay.
So feel free to toss in your guesses when you think you've got an idea, because you've got 2 shots before we get to the end of the round to get to the theme.
Okay, and we will confirm if we get it with JP off mic, and then that way we won't spoil it for the audience.
Yep, and the theme's played hard, not gonna lie to y'all on that one. So maybe some of those off-camera edits will actually make it into the episode. We'll see. But without further ado, let's roll it back a little bit and go back to question 11 for more wrestling stuff. Which wrestler would change their style in 2000 after a decade in the ring and walk out to the musical stylings of Kid Rock and Limp Bizkit before reverting to his unique arrangement of Chopin, starting again in 2004?
Alex, this sounds like Attitude Era, I think.
Yeah, I want to say, I think this is The Undertaker, no?
Oh, yeah, maybe, actually, yeah, because he would have been the biker Undertaker.
Yeah, he went through the different phases, right?
Yeah, and then he went back to... yeah, that sounds like Chopin, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Chopin did the funeral dirge.
Yeah, that's a great call.
He died like 4 times, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I like The Undertaker. Let's go with Alex.
Yeah, they don't call him The Undertaker for no reason, and this, 2000 to 2004 stretch where, Undertaker as a heel is, such a weird swath of this guy's career. He is, face all day, and, sure, we'll turn him into a heel character because vibes? I don't know what the McMahons are thinking.
A lot of bandanas.
No one asked for them. All right, so first question down. Let's go to the next category of Don't Yell at Jacques. Considered one of the Big Four bands of their genre, what group reunited sans one founding guitarist due to his passing in 2013 in 2024 after a 5-year hiatus and went right back to headlining shows, such as the Aftershocks Festival in 2024 and Larger Than Life in 2025? They also served supporting the Back to the Beginning concert on July 5th, 2025.
All right, so a band that hung it up around, you said around 2020, 5-year hiatus?
5-year hiatus, yes.
All right, after the death of some of their guitarist, and then returned.
I mean, has anyone ever heard of the Aftershock Festival or Larger Than Life? I'm trying to figure out what genre we're in.
I think it's metal. I think Larger Than Life is a metal festival.
Okay, so
perhaps.
So that could be right. So the big four we're probably thinking are Metallica, Slayer, is that Megadeth?
Maybe.
Or what's the name of the?
It's not Metallica. It might be Slayer. Did somebody in Slayer die?
Well, what's making me think...
Oh, you know what? Pantera, maybe.
Dimebag Darrell was in Pantera, right?
Yeah, he died earlier than that, but...
What's the name of the I remember around this time period, the 2014, 2015, that one metal guitarist, Scott Ian or Scott someone, he has the really long goatee.
That looks like a tail from a raccoon.
Yeah, he was like a big guitarist, but then he went to a famous band and became their guitarist.
Anthrax.
He's in Anthrax, yeah.
Yeah, did
somebody die in Anthrax?
Not that I know of, but
maybe Motorhead. That was
Motorhead.
Lemmy though.
Or what about or Dio's still alive, right? James Dio or
Roddy
James Dio?
I think so.
No, he's gone.
Is he gone?
Pretty sure.
So it would have been Black Sabbath? Back to the beginning, meaning Ozzy Osbourne, maybe?
Ozzy hasn't been gone that long, has he?
No.
No.
He only died this year. Don't yell at Jacques. What does that mean?
Oh. Alex,
Jock?
Don't yell at Jacques. Cousteau?
The Ripper?
Yeah, I don't know. Alex, you have anything on this?
No, this doesn't seem like my kind of music. My festivals are more like ecstasy and house music kind of thing.
That kind of seems right because you're like traveling the world. I could see it. You took a pill in Ibiza, like all the good stuff. Have you been to Ibiza, by the way?
I have, yeah.
Man, I was gonna if we keep getting clues about something, I'm just gonna ask if you've been there or lived there.
I think we should just guess Pantera.
Pantera? Yeah, why not? I think you're right with the genre. Let's go for it.
You are right with genre, and you are not right with the band. Correct band was actually named It Is Slayer. The clue there in the category, don't yell at Jacques. If you are familiar with TikTok and internet personality Jacques Z. Whipper,
Jack the
he
Whipper.
he has a person who comes to many of his circus performances and literally just yells for him to do Slayer, backed up by him doing insanely fast whipping at the same time. So a little bit of an internet subculture hint there. It looks like it didn't land. Apologies.
It's too bad. You guys would appreciate Jack the Whipper. He's got an appeal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Neal, it seems like you have a... are you prepared to make that your guess?
Well, we have 2 guesses total, right?
Yeah, you've got 2 throughout the course of the round.
Do you feel confident about that?
I don't know. What do you think about that?
Let's let it rip.
Let it rip?
I say let's put it all on the line against the listening audience.
Okay, you can...
All right, so we're going to make our first guess now. All right, JP has confirmed that our first guess was incorrect. For the listeners, it's not monster trucks. All right, let's continue.
All right, let's continue on to Taylor Loves Classic Games. What classic board game, first printed in 1972, consists of a plastic board with 84 holes for pegs, 44 large and 40 small, numerous large pegs in 6 colors, a similar count of small flat top pegs in 2 colors, one always white, and a basin to hold the pegs, plus a shield to cover 4 larger pegs during the course of gameplay.
Is this what is the game? Is it Trouble? Is Trouble the game with the pegs?
Yeah, I think that's only 4 colors. So we used to play Trouble a lot when I was a kid, and I don't remember there being anything to shield the pegs. And they're only the colors. They're only just like whatever colors you have that you try to go around and get back home with.
Alex, any ideas?
I mean, I don't think I've played this. It kind of sounds like the one you play at the Cracker Barrel when you're having your pancakes, but...
Oh, yeah. With the golf tees?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking... That's all I can think of when I hear this. But...
Are they golf tees in that peg game?
Usually,
Maybe not.
yeah. I'm trying to think of what would have 40, like, different size holes.
Besides the human body?
Right. Well, and the human body definitely does not have 84 holes.
I've got 84 holes, Greg. Can you peg me?
Because I was like, 84 holes, I could think of like Battleship would have like 84 holes, but that's only 2 different colors.
Oh.
The red pegs and white pegs.
Yeah, but it is a plastic board.
Well, can you think of anything that goes with Undertaker and Slayer? Is there...
I mean, it's got to be a really cool...
Well, we don't know
name.
what it is yet.
Right.
So, I think
a shield to cover a number of
on this?
The larger... Wait, because like in Battleship, you would have your color ones, right? You'd have the white ones and you'd have the red ones so that you'd know where you got hit. You'd have your opponent's board.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Battleship might be a great guess.
All right, let's say Battleship.
Going with Battleship, and you might have needed to figure out the Taylor in this category was Taylor Swift. The classic game we're talking about is Mastermind.
Oh, okay.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, Mastermind, if you've seen those like games where like you have like 6 different colors and you're trying to figure out the exact arrangement of the colors in the game, this is a description of exactly what that board is. Okay. Classic board game's been in publication for quite some time.
All right.
I feel like
you now have Mastermind for your answer list. We'll jump over to question 4. For noble titles, the Lord Byron, notable for the literary and creative sphere he cultivated in the early 19th century, acquired his title by being a member of Britain's upper parliament, the House of Lords. What actual title of nobility did he have? A title also given to Alfred Tennyson, William Thomas, and Andrew Carnegie, though he might have stolen the term.
You're part
of
the
Commonwealth. They were all lords,
yeah. Alex, Commonwealth, anything?
I mean, I'm a little rusty on my early 19 literary school.
Were they knighted, maybe?
Sir Alfred Tennyson. Yeah, interesting.
I don't think they were knighted because then they would be called Sir.
Duke? Baron?
I think they were barons.
Baron?
Baron Alfred Tennyson?
That sounds right, actually.
The
I was trying to think of noble titles, and that for some reason I think I've heard this.
All right, we'll say Baron.
And the reason Carnegie stole the title is because Carnegie is often referred to as one of America's robber barons. Mm-hmm. Baron is the correct answer. Well done. All right, moving on from noble titles to a alcohol question about liquor begets color. Chartreuse is a hue of green whose color origin comes from the liquor and has been produced traditionally in the mountains of southeast France and for near a century in the early 1900s, additionally in the Tarragona region of Catalan, and nearly consistently in production since 1764. Who are the primary producers of this alcohol, utilizing a recipe that has been a part of their society since the early 17th century?
So I don't think the answer to this is like a company, right? Alex, it doesn't seem that way.
No, I think this is, I don't know the name of it, but it's a lot of these like 300, 400-year-old liquors were like started by monks, right?
That's what I was thinking too. I know there's a lot of like German monk, alcohol producing monk, I don't know, squads. Cliques. I like your idea of monk, and it kind of fits the sort of interesting sort of set of words that we have here for the theme. So should we say monks?
All right. Led by Alex on the monastic front, and we are talking about monks. Monks is the correct answer here. Specifically, they're Carthusian monks. They've been out in France for some time making this. This is also like somewhat culturally represented as one of Hemingway's favorite cocktails. There's not a lot of support for that. But if you ever get a chance to have a last word, they are fantastic if you love kind of semi-dry herbal cocktails.
All right, that's 5 questions. So we racked up 30 more points in that round, bringing our total to 100 points.
All right, let's jump into question number 6 then, with Uncounted, Purposeful or Not, by Python. What media notable started its life as a novel by John le Carre in 1974, before being adapted into a BBC Two miniseries in 1979, airing in the US in 1980, and most recently appearing on screens in a theatrical adaptation in 2011. For their starring portrayals, Sir Alec Guinness and Gary Oldman both earned Best Actor trophies in their respective works.
I assume the first one was a BAFTA?
Yeah.
Or a Brit Award?
Probably, yeah. Yeah. I'm guessing this is Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, which is a Le Carre novel, famous British
Gary
spy
Oldman
work.
was the lead in that movie. So.
He was the lead, yeah.
Well, that certainly sounds correct.
Seems like a good answer to me.
Yeah. You go with that, Alex?
Yeah. I mean, I had no idea, but it sounds like bang on. What you sound confident, so.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, and this is uncounted due to the 1-2-5 sketch from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. This is indeed Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy. Since there is a little bit of conversation happening behind the scenes, I'll answer this for everybody. All 4 of those are part of the theme.
Wow.
Okay.
While everyone is ruminating on those answers, let's go ahead and shuffle on to question number 7, seeing the future of technology. Which multinational tech corporation took on its current name in 1983 to align with its flagship database product still in use to date, and announced a deal in 2019 to allow its cloud computing solution to directly connect to Microsoft's Azure cloud computing platform, as well as run the corporation's databases on Azure's cloud, starting in 2021.
I just blacked out.
Yeah. Alex, are you into tech stuff like this?
I do know this only because all the layoffs in the tech world recently, I kind of went down a rabbit hole. But yeah, I'll let you guys percolate. I know this one.
No, go ahead.
Oh, please. Yeah, we have no idea. We blacked out.
Oh, this is Oracle.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that O was Neal putting together seeing the future of technology. Yeah. This is indeed Oracle. All right, next question up. Let's talk a little bit about Afrofuturism. Which African-American speculative fiction author became the first author primarily based in science fiction to receive a MacArthur Fellowship, earning the Genius Grant in 1995. The multi-Hugo and Nebula-winning author was well regarded during her time, but her works are rarely adapted for other medium. To date, only Kindred has been produced as a miniseries for FX in 2021, 15 years after her passing.
I don't think I'm going to get this one.
Yeah. Are you sci-fi? Anyone? Jeff?
Is this Octavia Butler?
That's what I was thinking, but she had a movie, too, for Wrinkle in Time.
That was Madeline Allingall. Was A Wrinkle in Time.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, then, yeah.
Do you want to go to Octavia Butler, Alex?
Yeah, I haven't...
And then we get Butler.
True.
Added to the list.
Oh, yeah, that does work, yeah.
Yes, you will be adding Butler to this list. Octavia Butler is the correct answer for this.
And yet, no closer to the theme do we come.
Yes, we got Undertaker, Slayer, Mastermind, Baron, Monk, Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy, Oracle, Butler.
It's a very mishmash of occupations.
It is. But I mean, a lot of nice choices, though, because if you want to be a tinker, you can be a tinker, but maybe you want to be a butler.
All I could think of is that meme of like all the different jobs that Johnny Sins has had.
Is that's not our official guess, but that'll be
guys.
We don't know who that is. Yeah.
Well, let's jump into question 19 with some dietary restrictions. Good news! Your date tonight is taking you out to that swanky new izakaya-style restaurant downtown for dinner. Bad news. You've got a strong allergy to kombu and preserved fermented bonito shavings, often steeped together, and want to make sure the common stock base used in many Japanese dishes is kept out of your food. What simple 2-word phrase should you say after ordering to make sure you stay safe at the restaurant tonight?
I'm getting too complicated here. And I know too much about this, and I don't know how to narrow it down.
We'll start talking it out.
All right, so the dashi is the broth.
Yeah.
Common stock base. What simple 2-word phrase should you say after ordering to make sure?
Just no dashi?
No dashi. I know too much.
Alex, anything on your end?
No, I think you're on the right track. I knew the dashi part. I don't know what else you'd say. I mean, I was in Japan for a month last year, and all I learned was arigato gozaimasu. Like,
it's a good phrase. It's a good phrase.
Yeah, you want to show strong appreciation.
Yeah. JP, is the whole phrase, is the 2 words that you're looking for both Japanese words?
No, they are. Yeah,
I think we should.
You're at a Japanese restaurant in the States, so
okay.
Obviously, there's going to be a bit of
no dashi
in here.
So just no dashi?
Yeah, I guess.
No dashi is the correct answer. You are keeping dashi out of your food. Good job. And thank you for not overthinking that.
I'm glad I can actually recognize that when I'm like you're being
too extra.
Yeah. All right, so that's a brutal question for our theme here for us here in the studio. But let's get the last question here in round 2.
Maybe it'll tie it all together.
And hopefully it'll tie the room together.
All right, question 20 in the category of Sexiest Alive. A 2007 novel 2016 opera, and 2023 miniseries all share what same title?
All right, so after a bit of yammering on this one, we really can't come up with anything good. So, JP, what do you got?
All right. I will say you did name the correct sexiest man alive in talking about the clue that's here. The sexiest man alive in question is the first openly queer sexiest man alive, and that is Jonathan Bailey. He is pointing you to the 23 miniseries Fellow Travelers.
Okay.
So Traveler's got to be the last.
Travelers is your last clue for the theme. Question 21, as you can tell, the guys haven't gotten it yet, so I do have a little bit of an extra hint for 21 in the category of British swearing. What gaming connection have I been attempting to make for you in the above 10 answers? If you've been socially deceptive, you might have gotten the answer by now.
British swearing.
Oh, maybe Traders?
Oh,
I've never seen that show, but is this Traders type stuff?
could be, yeah.
I know someone who's
Have you ever
socially-
seen Traders?
I haven't watched
Alex?
it. I mean, I know a lot about it. I haven't watched it, though. Alex, yeah?
No, I've been told I need to watch it. Yeah, I'm kind of struggling with this one. It's socially deceptive. I mean, it kind of reminds me of like code words the way it's phrased, but that's obviously not the tying this all together.
All right, I think it's Traders. I don't know what it is, but
Yeah, let's just, that'll be our official guess. Why not?
Yeah, I will say I was hoping there was someone who was a little bit more in the board gaming realm on the show today, because I figured the theme would play hard, but the questions would be fine, and that is exactly how it played out. The connective theme here, there is a very popular social deception game that has rose a lot in popularity on YouTube and live streaming on Twitch by the name of Blood on the Clock Tower.
oh,
So these are all
Jay runs Blood on the Clock Tower, right?
Yes, she does. So when Jay hears this podcast, she will be very upset that you did not get the theme.
Sorry, Jay. I'll come to one of your Blood on the Clock Tower nights coming up here, so I can understand.
But yeah, all of the answers in this round have been roles that you can play in the game Blood on the Clock Tower.
She was screaming at us. I know it.
Yeah, Jay is going to have y'all's number as soon as she hears this episode.
Well, let's get a score update.
We got 4 out of 5 in the second half there, so we're at 140.
All right, so we got a little bonus question in that round. JP has 5 more questions for us. But before we do that, really quickly, want to shout out all of our Patreon supporters. They can't hear this because they're getting their episodes ad-free over on Patreon. You too can join us over there. Not only get the ad-free episodes, but also get all that sweet bonus content, 100 hours probably at this point of bonus content, weekly bonus episodes at Patreon for $5 a month. Please join us at patreon.com/Triviality Podcast. We'll be right back after the break. And we are back. JP's got 5 more for us. Take it away.
All right, we're going to carry Blood in the Clock Tower into the final 5 questions. The final 5 categories will all have something to do with the game Blood on the Clock Tower. 3 are the title of the 3 published games, and 2 are 2 special characters you can encounter during those games as well. So we'll start with Trouble Brewing, which is a food and drink question.
Oh, wait a second. Before we go on, what is Nodashi?
Nodashi is a role in Blood on the Clock Tower.
What does that mean?
It's literally like let me see if I can find. It's like a squid demon character.
And it's one word, Nodashi?
It's one word. Let me screen snip this real quick.
I'll take your word for it.
All right. So, in Trouble Brewing, this is a food and drink question. As someone who has a preference for ciders and cocktails, IPAs are an abomination. These pale ales are overly hot to preserve them for longer, leading to them having some of the highest IBUs of any beers currently on market. What's an IBU?
So here in the studio, not really beer drinkers. Alex, are you?
I got a pretty good read on this one. I also agree IPAs are completely foul. I don't understand who drinks them. But one of my best friends, he has an affection for them. I forget what it stands for, but it's like the measurement of how bitter it is. So I forget what the IBU specifically means, but it's basically like a higher IBU is how bitter, like a more bitter beer.
Is that specific enough, JP?
I would like to have a stab at the initialization.
Bitter units. Something bitter units. Imbibing bitter units.
I think you're not far off, funny enough.
You are not far off, and I would give you half credit for that answer. It is international bitterness units.
Okay. We'll take 5.
We'll take 5.
So I'll give you all 5.
I should have stepped up. I was thinking international.
You could have. I just know
so
IBS.
Bitterness knows no borders.
Correct. Bitterness is on Artemis looking back at the blue marble thinking, it touches us all.
So sweet. Okay, let's jump to a music question in the category of Bad Moon Rising, which is another name for one of the Clock Tower scripts. Bad Moon Rising is the title of one of 5 Creedence Clearwater revival songs to hit number 2 on the Billboard charts. No song of theirs ever achieving the coveted number 1 spot. What other song of the band's penultimate album, 1970's Pendulum, is actually better viewed as their most successful in terms of certified sales, reaching only number 8 on the charts, but soaking the competition, being certified octuple platinum, compared to Bad Moon Rising's double platinum?
Neal, you had an initial thought here, right?
Yeah, I'm just thinking of the use in film of, I believe it's Fortunate Son, the is that song?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's in every movie, so.
But I have a question. I mean, when you think of soaking, Ken,
Which
what do you
I
think
think of often.
Yeah.
Were you going to
It
finish
wouldn't
that
be
thought?
Proud Mary, would it?
Well, Proud Mary is rolling on the river, right?
Oh, she keeps soaking, yeah. Big hit on the campus.
Is that what you think?
I was thinking it had to do with a source of water. Yes, a river, perchance.
What do you think, Alex?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know this band that well. I know the one song that's like uber popular is "Have You Ever Seen the Rain?" Right? And then
Right. Have you
this
ever seen
question,
them? Yeah.
soaking the competition? I think maybe that's got to be it, right?
That's the best one using that clue for sure.
I want to know, Ken.
So I think we should go with that
Do
one.
you think we should go with it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, and with the save there, that is going to net you all points. Have You Ever Seen the Rain is actually the correct answer here. Well done, Alex.
Good teamwork.
That is why Pub Triviality is the best team sport on the internet.
I'm surprised that's their most successful song.
I
I'm
was
not.
too. I honestly was thinking that it would have been Bad Moon Rising or Rolling on the River, but no, it's Have You Ever Seen the Rain?
Jeff is not surprised.
No, that song's a jam, Ken.
I'm not saying it's not a jam. I'm just surprised.
They have a lot of jams, actually. CCR is pretty good.
Indeed. Let's head on to the final script of the base game of Blood on the Clock Tower, Sex and Violets. This is going to be a classic literature question. Close by my side, you put around yourself many wreaths of violets and roses and saffron, and many woven garlands of flowers around your tender neck. Such proceeds a fragment of a poem by what ancient Greek poet and lyricist, whose name, poetry, and writings are also strongly associated with symbolism within the lesbian community?
Yes.
Jeff's very familiar.
Well, the only thing that threw me was lyricist, but I mean, there's very few ancient Greek poets I know that are that kind of have more of an erotic flair, you know. So
The only Greek poets you read.
and it was very sexy. Like I was getting all steamed up in here. Like
Alex, do you know it? You're stretching a little bit there.
No, this one I'm not too familiar with this. I mean, I'm really excited for the Odyssey to come out, but I think that's nowhere near where this is going.
What is it, Jeff?
I think this is the poet Sappho.
This is indeed the poet Sappho. Well done.
Wow.
Jeff also Google searches sapphic a lot.
Incognito for Sappho.
All right, so we're jumping away from scripts and jumping into roles. This is Lore-ic in the category of television. Lore is a villain introduced as a part of what television series in 1988? Twin brother to one of the supporting leads of the ensemble series, he remained an infrequent part of the series for 6 of its 7 seasons before being deactivated in the 7th season's debut.
Did Knight Rider have an evil twin car?
Yeah, deactivated makes me think it's some sort
a
of
machine.
or robot.
But I think television series 88, if it had 7 seasons, it ran till 95, right?
Could it be a Star Trek?
It's possible.
Next Generation?
Oh, wait, like for Data's.
Ooh, does Data have an evil twin?
Oh, Data does have an evil
That
twin.
makes sense. Lore and Data.
I
remember.
like that.
I think I
Do you
remember
like that, Alex?
Yeah, that's great. I was really stuck on the deactivated piece, but I think that makes sense.
And you're almost entirely right. Data is actually part of a triplet pair. There's Data, B4, and Lore. Star Trek The Next Generation is the
B4
correct
is
answer.
the third brother?
Yeah, they shoehorned that in for some of the later movies that they did for Next Gen. Like,
Why
they
doesn't
were
it have
grasping
a
at
name?
straws there. B-4. Don't ask.
Oh, I thought it was written out as before.
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's sad.
same.
It's Brent Spiner, right? Yeah. Data?
Yeah.
Brent Spiner played all three roles.
All three. That's great.
All right, last category of
But
the
when
game.
he's Lore, he's smoking a cigarette.
Oh, Lord. All right, last category of the game. Every single game of Clock Tower has demons that are a part of the game. So, in the category of demons, in the category of video gaming, Persona is a series most gamers are now familiar with as one of the flagship titles developed and produced by Atlus. While this role-playing series has been running since 1996 on the PlayStation, its origins are much older, as the series is actually a spin-off title of what series? Whose first game was released on the Famicom in 1987, its third main series title seeing international release in 2003, and whose core gameplay sees characters recruiting, fusing, and fighting against demons across post-apocalyptic Tokyo.
Ooh.
This sounds cool.
This is tough.
Is this a game you've played, Alex?
No, I think I got nothing here. This is gonna be a tough one.
All right, this seems like it's in my wheelhouse. It's really not. I can make my best guess on this, and my best guess would maybe be Devil May Cry, but that's all I got.
Okay. Better than me.
All right. The guess is Devil May Cry, and I think this devil is going to leave you crying a bit longer. If you see the initials SMT attached with any Persona title, that stands for Shin Megami Tensei. This is an RPG series that has been running for good Lord knows how long. And it is that similar style of gameplay that you see that's become much more popular in Persona now, but has been running since the 80s in Japan.
I swear, this kind of thing ain't my bag, baby.
Well, I think
It's weird that you have a book called Shin Megami Tensei. This thing is my bag, baby.
we did pretty good, I think. We got 175 to end the entire game.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with that.
I'm not upset.
No. Alex, thank you for being a partner with us. We didn't get that 250 perfect game, but it was a lot of fun.
260.
Or 260, right? Any shout-outs, anything you'd like to say before we let you go and you go travel the world again?
Yeah, I mean, I actually had kind of a funny story to tell about Triviality. I wasn't sure if you wanted to include it. During COVID,
we do.
Toronto's lockdown was pretty bad, I'm sure, like the rest of the world. And I moved home to my mom's house, ended up doing like a fitness challenge called 75 Hard. It's basically you have to do 2 workouts a day every day for 75 days. And one of them had to be outside. So I picked up biking. I ended up doing like 3,000 miles over that time. But kind of long story short, I did like a 50-minute bike ride every day, and Triviality, as you all know, is right around an hour. So pretty much every day for 75 days, I listened to an episode of Triviality.
Wow.
And that's really what got me hooked on it.
That's the real challenge.
I put a lot of people onto the show. I've had that sticker on my laptop for quite a while. My sister listens to it now, quite a few friends, coworkers. So yeah, thank you for having me. It's been awesome, and yeah, Triviality's been a big part of my cardio the last few years. So
Well, thank
That's
you for
great. Yeah,
thank you for sharing the show.
Yeah,
that means
and
a lot.
Shout out to all the Alex offshoots that you've added to our listener base.
And how fitting, too, that we ended with 175 hard. So that was good. Yeah. Well, thank you, Alex, for joining us. We appreciate it, and we're excited to see where you're traveling. It's probably where we get all of our numbers from. We're in different countries like Buenos Aires and other places. It's just you listening and doing workouts. But yeah, thank you for joining us and playing today. And JP, as always, amazing game. Thank you for bringing in all the questions. We know how much work it takes to write all the questions, and it's amazing as always. But yeah, any shout outs from you?
No shout outs. I got nothing to promote. Biggest thing that I always say when I do any of these appearances anymore, please go out and support local art in whatever forms you can find it. it's a community theater group, if it's craft makers who are at a local farmer's market, just a lot of local businesses and local artisans went under in the past 5 years because of people not being able to support local creators. So if you're able to get out and be able to support those local creators in person with whatever art they're making, please make your way out and support independent artists.
Well said. Well said. Thank you so much for joining us, both of you, and for just supporting the show for so long. We really appreciate it. We also have to thank Airwave Media, our network, Ken.
That's right. Join us over at airwavemedia.com. Check out other shows such as American Carnage, Ancient History Fangirl, and Ben Franklin's World.
All right. Well, thank you so much to Alex and JP for joining the show. Hopefully Matt's pets are recovering along with himself. For Jeff and Ken, my name is Neal. We'll see you next week on another episode of Triviality.
It was so nice that Matt agreed to get spayed and neutered.